What is going on, everybody? My name is Adam Castro, and welcome to Sanctify Studios, where I like to create and examine content with a sanctifying biblical view. I've been focusing heavily on reacting to Christian music lately because I really want to highlight those artists who are being intentional about creating sanctifying and biblical content. So if that's something that you're interested in, you can do me a huge favor, and you can go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. You can hit the subscribe button, and you can hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when new videos arrive. And go ahead and let me know in the comments down below, what do you want to be seeing in these videos. I've been doing a lot of Christian metal reactions, Christian rock reactions, hip hop here and there, podcast episodes with Christian artists, and some topical discussion videos over things that are in the Bible, Christian culture, stuff like that. So let me know if there's any topic that you want me to cover on Sanctify Radio, or if there's any bands that I should be checking out, especially new ones on the channel here. For today, I'm super excited to showcase a brand new band for Sanctify Studios, and that is the band xDOULOSx. Now, xDOULOSx is a California band from, I believe they're from Riverside, California, and got the chance to play with them at the Brutal Music Night over at Angel City last month, or a couple months ago maybe, but it was a really great experience. These guys are amazing. I've been able to see them a few times, and they've just completely brought this insane energy to whatever show that they're a part of, and super godly guys too. So it's just been amazing to see their ministry here in California, and I'm really excited that they have just recently signed on to Rottweiler Records, and it's a great addition to the record label. And they've come out with their first single under Rottweiler Records called Burn Out. So let's go ahead and check out this first single, Burn Out by xDOULOSx. Nice. So good. So good, I love it. Nice. Bringing in that energy. This is when the mosh pit happens, right here. Crazy. Woo, here we go. Love all the stuff they're adding in here. Oh man. Don't let me burn out.
burn out. You're gonna burn out. Don't let me burn out.
Woo, man. That was intense. You could tell that there's just this energy to this band that I just absolutely love. They are seriously a party wherever they go. No joke. They're creating their own mosh pit sometimes when they're playing amongst each other. I got video proof that the guitarist, was running around dancing, two-stepping while he's playing. It's just so awesome. And this song definitely captured a lot of that energy. So, man, if you like that like hardcore sounding kind of band, this is definitely one that you should be adding to your playlist for workouts, skating, moshing, whatever. So great job with the song. I love that there was so many different tempo changes. You slowed down a little, sped up a little. The different elements with the guitars making some crazy noises left and right. Like, it added so much energy to the song. Absolutely loved it. And as far as the message of the song, I didn't catch all the lyrics. These guys know how to like throw in some of that nu metal vibe into the songs, and just like punk, hardcore sounding kind of stuff in the songs. It just sounds awesome. But from what I could gather a little bit, and maybe this is a fun little topical conversation we can have real quick. From what I could gather, it sounds like this song is talking about the internal struggle of wanting to continue to do what God has called you to do in life, but not wanting to burn out. So asking God for the strength to not burn out, but feeling the imminence of burnout, feeling that like, I know I'm going to burn out if I push too hard. I know I'm going to burn out if I continue to strive and do too many things or fight too hard in my own strength to do things. I know I'm going to burn out, but God, I feel this calling that you've put on me to push myself further. Please help me not to burn out. That seems like that's the topic of this song. I could be completely wrong, so forgive me if I'm wrong. But I do think it's an interesting conversation to have, especially because it never feels like, in the grand scheme of things, when we've got homelessness, when we've got poverty, when we've got hate in the world, we've got people who are being oppressed, people who are really, really struggling. You've got people who don't know Jesus. You've got people who are dealing with social issues, family issues, life issues, financial, work, emotional, depression, anxiety, suicide going on in the world. Like, all of these things that are happening, it never feels like you're doing enough. It never feels like you're doing what God has called you to do enough. There's always more work to be done. There's always something to do. And I think we can have that pressure on us and feel like we're called to do it all. And I don't think that that's the reality. I think that obviously a lot of those things are just the consequences of just sin being in the world, and this world being a fallen world, and not at all the way that God planned for it to be, not at all what God's will was for this earth to be. And those consequences are there, period. I actually know there's some verses that say there will always be the homeless. There will always be the poor. And like, it sucks to think that there will always be something to do, someone to love. Doesn't suck that that's the truth, but it's always going to suck that those things will never be completely solved. But at the same time, God does put on our hearts to be the hands and feet of Christ, to go and do that work, and to go and love, and to go and provide, and to do what we can to help a homeless person, to help someone who is struggling in their poverty and their financial situations, to be love for someone who is going through depression, to provide hope and comfort for someone dealing with anxiety, for us to be used by God in those opportunities to be able to help people. And we have to, when those moments come up, we have to be ready for those things, and we have to have integrity within ourselves to know when it's like, this is one of those opportunities where you are being called to act. You are being called to take advantage of this opportunity to glorify God and do this work, do this ministry, talk to that person, stay up late with that person. And yes, if you do it in your own strength and you continue to strive and fight and try to solve all these problems on your own, you will burn out. But I do believe that there are opportunities there that God is calling you to pursue, that God is calling you to fulfill. And we should be praying and asking God, God, help me not to burn out, and at least be able to do those things that you've called me to do. Let me at least be able to fulfill those ministries and things that you've called me to do. I don't need to worry about those other things. Someone else is being called to do those other things. Someone else is being encouraged, and maybe you're tugging at someone else's heart to take advantage of that opportunity for them to step up and for them to have those conversations, for them to provide that love and financial resources or comfort, conversation, whatever it might be. God, you're calling me to this, and you're calling them to that. And I need to not see those other things as a burden on myself. You're working all these things out. You're using your body, which is a whole church that is in the world. You're using your body to meet those needs and to fulfill those opportunities for ministry. And so God, just please help me not to burn out with the things that you have entrusted to me. And you know, if I start seeking opportunities that were not mine to do and not entrusted to me, then ultimately I will burn out. I think that's a healthy way to look at those things. And in conversation with the band too, I definitely get that vibe from them, that they really want to make sure they're good stewards of their time and their ministry and where they play and who they play with and all that stuff. I've definitely gotten that heart from them. They want to make sure that wherever they're at, when they come together as a band, that lives are going to be changed, people are going to be ministered to, and that their testimonies are going to be matched with who God has called them to talk with and who God has called them to interact with. And it's an awesome blessing to see them continue to do that with their music. So great job with this song, you guys. I'm super excited for more music coming out, and the music that's coming out through Rottweiler Records, and like Unworthy is a part of Rottweiler Records. So it's awesome that they're part of the same family now too. I think it's just going to be awesome. And Unworthy's in California too. So we've got this like family that's growing a little bit. So it's just awesome to see, and I hope that it continues to grow and continues to glorify God. And I do hope and pray that for all the concerts that they're a part of in California and whatever events we end up doing together, and you know, Nate Parrish is in California too, and he's been trying to create some events to bring in people from the community. I just pray that we are reaching the community as we do these events and as we do these concerts here in California. If you didn't know, there is actually a California Facebook group called the SoCal Christian Rock and Metal Events page. It's a Facebook group. If you want to be on that group and you happen to be in California, I'm trying to post all of the events that are related to like mid and Southern California, a little bit of Northern California. I really want to just raise up all of these guys and promote anything that they're doing. So even if it's Northern California, I should just put California. But Doulos is definitely a part of that network, and we're posting their concerts. Nate Parrish, when Unworthy finally does start doing some shows, that'll be there. And then my band Classic Disaster. So go ahead and check that. That's a link down in the description. But again, great job, you guys. Go follow them on Instagram. Look them up, Doulos. I think they have the hardcore X's on both sides. If not, then it's Doulos X and then HC for hardcore. So go check them out. And if you enjoyed this video, then you can do me a huge favor. You can go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. You can hit the subscribe button, and you can hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when new videos arrive. And go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know maybe even some of the things that burn you out. Maybe there's something that you've been doing that maybe God hasn't called you to do that thing. Or maybe there's something that burdens you where you're just like, man, I wish I could be in 100 places at once and help to feed every homeless person, or give financially to all these people who struggle financially, or just go give a hug to somebody dealing with depression. What are some things that burden you that you feel God has called and put on your heart to help with in your ministries. Leave a comment down below. And yeah, guys, another way that you can help me and this ministry is by supporting my band, Classic Disaster. We have some new merch out now. This is one of them. It's a skeleton praying up to God. It's from our song Escape. On the back, it says, I keep trying to do this on my own, but in the end, I'm on my knees again. You know, very appropriate to this kind of a song where we're talking about burning out. I know that if I do this in my own strength, I know I'm going to burn out. I'm going to end up being on my knees again, praying to God for that help to not burn out, or praying to God for that peace to just know that you are taking care of those things. You are calling other people to do the ministries that I can't do. I can't be 100 places at the same time. I can just be in this one place that God has called me to be. And so, yeah, that's really a big part of the heart behind that song. So if you want to support me in this channel and my band, you can go to the link that's also in the description, linktree/Classic Disaster, and pick up one of these guys. Very comfortable shirts and inexpensive. You can check it out. And we've got a new song called To the Ground that's been a single for, I think, 2 months now. And we've almost hit 10,000 streams. We're super excited about that. It's definitely not something we thought would happen anytime soon. So just thank you guys for all of your support. And if you want to check that song out, I'll give you a little sneak peek of it at the end of this video. And again, guys, thank you guys so much for being here and for checking out Doulos and for hearing my talk on burning out and all that stuff. I really do try to do I really tried to do a good job of explaining the theological sides of this music, and I know I don't do the best job of it, so bear with me on these videos, and I promise I will try to be as encouraging and informative and you know, just helpful as possible in explaining some of the heart behind these songs. But thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.